Well, today has been a rough day. I woke up with an extremely excruciating headache, and it made my stomach hurt for like half of the day, feeling like I was going to throw up. Went to work. I didn't get very much done because I was just kind of moping around, just barely able to move and do anything. Plus, there wasn't a lot of work that came into the shop. So I figured on my downtime, I pulled a 2000 Lincoln TownCar in that I just had recently. It came in for a crank no start. The lady says I went to church. Vehicle drove fine. I came back out after church. The vehicle would start. I had the vehicle towed here. We couldn't find anything wrong with it. We went out to the lot when it was towed there, went and drove it around for a while and stuff. Couldn't find anything wrong with it. No codes in the computer, nothing. And shut it off. Came back out later, started it back up again after it sat for a few hours. No problems. I said, look, it looks like you got the original fuel filter in here. Maybe we should just go ahead and change that. Now maybe it's plugged up or something got in it or whatever it may be. Just as a maintenance item. I can't guarantee anything right now. Let me change the fuel filter for this thing for like 2/10 or whatever. She said just go ahead and do it. I don't think it's ever been done. So I changed the fuel filter on it, and the vehicle ran fine. She came to pick it up, drove it for probably a week. Says the same thing happened again. Has it towed back to the dealer. Says, okay. No codes in the computer, no nothing. I walked back out, snow all over the vehicle, covering it. Fired the sucker right up. Drove around for a little bit. Went and pulled it in my stall and let it sit for a few hours. Came back to start it and it won't do nothing. Just crank, 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 crank. So I flipped the airbox, grabbed my can of starting fluid. I said, go ahead and crank this thing over. I a few times while I was cranking over, it fires right up and runs like it's brand new. I said, okay, we got a fuel problem. Take a Schrader fuel gauge, stick it on the fuel line to see static oil pressure, or not oil pressure, fuel pressure, like 4 psi. Check relay is good. Test relay is good. Check fuse is good. Go back to the fuel pump, undo the connections, stuff up on the cross member. I've got power, got ground, everything's checking out. Needs a pump. So in the meantime, I'm waiting for my pump. Mind you, it was a Delphi unit because Ford has the fuel pumps in those cars on back order right now, in those Lincoln Town cars. Hers is a 2000 model. In the meantime, I'm calling people up. I want to figure out where SuperTech oil comes from. So I call up Warren Oil out of Dunn, North Carolina. Leave a message for a guy in like the technical center or something like that. He calls me back and says, "Oh man," he says, "Rich, I'm just returning your call. Just want to let you know you got the wrong Warren. We might all be under the same umbrella, but we don't work with those other Warren companies. We don't supply SuperTech, Walmart, any type of oil or anything like that." And I said, "Well, I thank you for your time, sir." He says, "You might want to call that place that recently changed their name. It's called Highline Warren." So I says, "Okay, I'll call them." So I call Highline Warren. They try to put me through to somebody that's supposed to be able to answer these questions and stuff, and the person never calls me back. So then I call Mobile up, and I'm talking to Mobile, and Mobile says, "Oh, that's funny." I said, "Well, yeah, there's a couple articles out there. It says based on region, you may be getting oil that's Mobile or Pennzoil or Warren Oil." And the guy at Mobile says, "We don't supply any SuperTech. We have all our data sheets here and who we're affiliated with and who we supply and make oil for and stuff." He said, "We don't do anything with Walmart SuperTech. We don't supply their oil. So I'm just letting you know, whoever made that story up, it's not true." He says, "Well, I appreciate it." And then I call Pennzoil up, and Pennzoil says, we don't know what you're talking about. We don't have any kind of affiliation with making SuperTech oil." So then I says, after all this calling back and forth and waiting for calls and stuff like that, I get a hold of Walmart corporate, and they pull up all their data sheets on who they get their products and stuff from. And the lady at corporate says, "No," it says, "the only person that we receive our oil from is Warren Distributing, or Warren Distribution." And I get off the phone with her. She says, it doesn't come from Mobile or Pennzoil or anybody else. It just comes from Warren Distribution." So I finally get a hold of somebody at Highline Warren, and they put me through to a lady, or I talked to a lady at a desk, and she said, "I'm pretty sure we're the only ones that supply Walmart SuperTech, but I'll get you in touch with one of the technical guys, and he can kind of he could talk to you a little bit more." and wasn't able to get a hold of the guy. And, it is exhausting trying to call and talk to all these people, and it's a little ridiculous. But Walmart did confirm that Warren is the only one, and Warren himself, the lady in the office, says, I'm pretty sure we're the only one. So I couldn't give you a definitive answer on that. It's just a lot of stress and a lot of hassle. And a lot of people may say, well, it's just oil, just like somebody told me on TikTok. Oh, it's just oil. Just pour the oil in it, you'll be fine. It doesn't work that way with some of us. Some of us kind of geek out on this stuff, and we want to know where this oil comes from. So I can confirm that a lot of the articles and stuff you see posted online from something car freak and this and that and rxautoclubblog.com, a lot of them they don't know. A lot of it's not true. All they're doing is going by the shape of a bottle and whatever it may be, in a stamping or a logo or something on it, and it's not true at all. Call Walmart corporate themselves and ask them directly, or look at the material safety data sheet, and you'll see on that sheet that it's Warren Distribution, or Highline Warren, and unfortunately, that's all I was able to get out of that today. So a lot of people were curious where Walmart SuperTech comes. And by the way, I got 4 out of the 6 lab results back on the Walmart SuperTech line. I'm waiting on one more Walmart and Pennzoil Ultra, and they confirmed today. They just haven't opened up the batch yet to test it. They're still working on Saturday's work today. They're behind. He said we're behind several days, so it's going to take us a few days to get through everything, and yours should be finished in the next day or two. We'll have your Pennzoil Ultra done and your other Walmart one done. So he said, please be patient with us. But I just wanted to let you all know, kind of how my day went. And I got a new Delphi fuel pump to go in that lady's car in the morning. And that's kind of what I found out about the Walmart SuperTech oil was, man, it was so stressful calling around trying to figure stuff out and who makes what and what does what. And then you get people that say stuff, oh, it goes to the lowest bidder. It goes to the lowest bidder. And then some people are like, nope, I don't want to hear it. I don't care that you proved anything about Warren's the one doing it, or you talk directly to them, or the material safety data. I'm still going to tell everybody Mobile makes Walmart oil. I got to tell them that Mobile makes it, or whatever. You know how goofy that sounds? When people are just such a fanboy of a product that they just close themselves off to the truth and the reality of it. A lot of these people that come up with these videos and write these blogs and stuff, they're just trying to make a name for themselves, but there's no real truth behind what they're actually saying. And they say they've done the research, and they haven't really done it. I tried to call this guy Tony for Warren Oil, and his phone just rang and rang and rang and rang. And then I called the facility in Iowa. And then I called the facility. I ended up with a call center in Minnesota for them, and they transferred me over to somebody else. I couldn't get a hold of that guy. The phone just rang and rang and rang. But everything that it all came back to is Warren Distribution, or Highline Warren. The recent name change are the ones that exclusively, basically, fulfill Walmart's fulfillment on the SuperTech oil. And those of you that were saying that the Mobile oil is better than the SuperTech oil, I got news for you. I got numbers, and you're wrong. Y'all have a great night. More to come.